Emmett Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this might be the greatest club in the NBA.
Ooh, Ed, I'm ready. I'm really relaxed, but I get worried. The letters MIA is actually a distress signal. I've seen it personally. A lot of players go missing in action in South Beach.
Well, come on inside the AAA American Airlines Arena and the start of this one here tonight. The tip is won by the Sixers. To Tobias Harris. No good, and no foul.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Trying to cash in, it's good.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Can't connect from in close. The pass taken away. Richardson to Waiters. Five to shoot for Miami. Has a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Let's go.
Butler to Embiid. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Heat with the possession. Simmons into the front court. Lead is 2. And a throwdown.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
He up, baby.
To Waiters. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Butler to bring it up. Leads 4. To Simmons. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Simmons to Tobias Harris. For 3, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. To Redick. Step back jumper.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Dragic.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
To Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down. Dragic with the basketball.
I got him.
Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. To Whiteside. Dragic to Richardson. Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Has a look. Not going down for him this time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Joel Embiid, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Dragic to Wade. Here comes the screen. Dragic to Richardson. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. And the 76ers have to be feeling good. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Dragic with it, trailing by 11. Trying to cash in, can't connect.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic. Probing the defense. Takes stock of the floor. To Wade. 5 to shoot for Miami. The jumper's off the mark.
It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Out of bounds. Last touch by James Ennis. New blood coming in for both sides. To Wade.
Double team, double team, double team.
Short jumper misses. Simmons with it. The advantage is 13 points. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Dwayne Wade. Nothing going here on that drive. Easy path to the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His team on top by 13. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Wade.
I got ball. I got ball.
And he scores on the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Looking to make something happen. To Tobias Harris. Embiid. Off the assist.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Ryan Anderson has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Sixers control it. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This just blows my mind. The lane was colder than what it was. They look bored out there.
Here comes the screen. Dragic to Richardson. It's Embiid with the rebound. Simmons with it. His guy's up by 15. To Embiid. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Deep right corner. Embiid buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Dragic into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Butler into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Richardson to Dragic. 5 on the shot clock. Tobias Harris swats it. Simmons into the front court. His guys can hold for the final shot. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Long key from 3/4 court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Heat have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. The Miami Heat.
Game track. Field goals.
Here's a team that might just be 1 or 2 adjustments away from what's needed to turn things around. They still have time to make up for a lackluster first half.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Goran Dragic couldn't buy a shot in the first half, even if he had the money. You have to imagine his shots will start to fall. But this game has been pretty rough on him to this point. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
He'd have the basketball.
I got ball.
Sizing up the defense. Richardson to Waiters. 24-second violation. Doesn't happen. And a putback slam.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Richardson. Here comes the screen. To Waiters. Has a chance. Dion Waiters. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Harris to Butler. Joel Embiid gets a look. Can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Simmons down low for Harris. Free throws coming up.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Tobias Harris, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one, count it.
Good shot, good shot.
2 for 2 on that trip. Miami's got it.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. Hey, watch this screen left.
Probing the defense. To Richardson.
Screw right, screw right, screw right.
Curling inside.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Butler to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Now a steal by Philly.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Jimmy Butler at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw.
Entering the game for Philadelphia, number 12.
And he makes them both.
Hey, good shot.
Miami with the basketball. Magruder, tough matchup against Butler. To Wade. Short jumper off the mark. McConnell. Pass stolen by Miami. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. To Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down. To Wade. Defense making the ball handler work. Wade. 5 seconds to shoot. Ah, that's a McConnell. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Not that time. Oh, and a putback.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Butler. To McConnell. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock winding down. And Jimmy Butler. Consistent effort. He's at 50%. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Screen.
Pass stolen by Miami. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often. That ends the third quarter. And a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Redick. Here comes the screen. Simmons. Trying to cash in. The shot by Simmons won't go down. Dragic with the basketball. His guys down big.
I'm on D.
To Whiteside. To the outside. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good. Waiters to Dragic. Redick with it. He'll run the offense. Dragic to Whiteside. Has a chance. Not that time. Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Count it. No and and one. There was some contact there.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Dragic to Richardson.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Dragic to Richardson. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Richardson. Josh Richardson. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Simmons to Redick. Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good. And stuffs it home. Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
Fans, we're still accepting nominations for our community's Teacher of the Year. The winner will receive courtside seats and nation in his or her honor. Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions, Miami.
Here it comes.
Simmons to Butler.
Hey, good contest.
Short jumper won't fall. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Waiters. Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Waiters. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Simmons to Butler. Jimmy Butler. He's 3 for 7.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Waiters. Down to 5 on the 24. Waiters. Oh, he couldn't get. Slams it home on the putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Butler to Embiid. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
This may sound cheesy, but some back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Waiters. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Simmons to Butler.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia.
I got him. Here we go.
Now a steal by Philly. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers could not have been more dominant in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come up they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Heat are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The 70s. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.